vinyl community. It's Brian. Today is another edition of Recent Finds. So I'm going to show 6 things. I think I have 6 here. So let's get to it. The first thing is the Sisters of Mercy Greatest Hits Volume 1. Now, of course, there was never a Greatest Hits Volume 2 because the band stopped recording music in 1990 after their third record because of a dispute with their record company. So this Greatest Hits package is called A Slight Case of Overbombing. Now, I guess you would say Sisters of Mercy are known to be a goth band, although it's well known that this band didn't like the label goth. They preferred just a rock band, and they would even put it in, as I understand it, in contract riders that they not be referred to as a goth band. So they were around from 80 to 85, and then again in 87, but they've been a live act since then, and the personnel has changed quite a lot. The original members, I think there's only Andrew Eldridge left. Wayne Hussey and Craig Adams went on to form The Mission, and I don't know what happened to the other person that was in the band, and there's been quite a lot of changeover. Never Was a Volume 2. This is the back. It's on 2 records. The lyrics are in here. There's a couple of guest vocalists. Terry Nunn sings on Under the Gun. She's from Berlin. Ofer Haza sings on Temple of Love. This is the extended mix on here. Now, you may already know this, but the band took its name from a Leonard Cohen track from Leonard's first album, The Songs of Leonard Cohen. There's a track called The Sisters of Mercy, and that is where this band got its name from. Not only that, in 1992, the year before this came out, this is originally 1993, the band released a record called Some Girls Wander by Mistake. That is a line from a Leonard Cohen song called Teachers. The full line is, some girls wander by mistake into the mess that scalpels make. So they obviously were Leonard Cohen fans, and Andrew Eldridge has said publicly that Leonard Cohen has been an influence in his music. So this is a really good collection. Apart from the 2 I mentioned, you might know More. That was a pretty big song. Lucretia, My Reflection, Dominion, Mother Russia. This Corrosion was also a pretty well-known track. So this is a really good collection, originally from 1993, and this one is reissue from 2018, because I was never able to find that one. But I have a lot of Sisters of Mercy records in my collection, so that one I just added because I think it's really good. Second thing I got, which I originally got as a free download because the band gave it away, is Wilco, Star Wars, from 2015. Now, so when they originally released this record, they put it on their website as a free download, and I grabbed it as a free download. Here's the back cover. There's the I didn't show you the label on the other one, but it's probably not a big deal. There's a insert. Now, as I understand it, this image of the cat was something that had been hanging in the Wilco loft or the Wilco hangout place. I read Jeff Tweedy's book, and there's some information in there about where they used to hang out, or maybe they still do. But this image of the cat was hanging in there, and they decided to put it on their record because it seemed to be sort of standing quite in contrast to the name of the record. So Star Wars with a cat, it's kind of a weird thing to do. And in fact, I had this record sitting upstairs, and my 10-year-old said, I don't understand why there's a cat and it says Star Wars. It doesn't. She thought the cat was very cute, but why does it say Star Wars? Who knows? Just sort of one of those things. But this is a good record. I really like a lot of songs. Like Random Name Generator is pretty good. So yeah, that's a pretty good record. I like that. The next thing I got is a guy that was part of one of my favorite bands from the 80s. That's Lloyd Cole from Lloyd Cole and the Commotions. Now, back in the day, they only released 3 records. All of them were really excellent. I really like that band. And he's gone on to record maybe 12, 13 solo records. I've kind of lost count. And I think they're all really good. I mean, and this one in particular, I really like it. Young Idealist, When a Bard Song. This album really starts really strongly. I really like this. I guess you might say, sort of on the indie side, but really, I don't know how to describe it. Sort of folky in a way, but indie. There's nothing really special about the label, but this record does come with a bonus 7-inch single of Coattails, and this single is actually interesting because there's music on one side, but the other side is blank, no grooves or anything. So I really, really like his singing. I like his lyrics. I think are really interesting, and I really like the music he's putting out. Maybe not as much as the Commotions, because they were really fantastic. I really listened to them a lot back in the day. Next thing I got was a Record Store Day release, but I did not get it on Record Store Day. I picked it up later. This is something that was recorded in October 1971. This is Lou Reed's "I'm So Free," the 1971 RCA demos. And I hadn't heard any of these tracks, and I was a little nervous about what they would sound like, because sometimes you pick up demos or you hear bonus demos and they just aren't very good. But this is actually really good. You would never, you obviously, they sound a bit demo-y, but they just sound really acoustic, and I think it's great. So it has "Perfect Day," songs you might know, "Perfect Day," "Wild Child," "I'm Sticking With You," the old Velvet Underground song, "Lisa Says," "Going Down," "I Love You," "New York Telephone Conversation," of course, from Transformer, "She's My Best Friend," "Kill Your Sons" from from Sally Can't Dance, "Berlin," "Ocean," another Velvet Underground song, and others. So it's pretty good. And so on the inside, just some information about the release and images of the tapes that these were found on, and the old this RCA label that you've seen many times before. And there were some comments on Discogs that this pressing didn't sound very good, or that people had problems with their pressing, like dirty or scratchy. Mine is totally fine. So and they're all released for the first time except one track that appeared on a bonus edition of a Transformer CD back in 2002. So again, I think that's a really great record. Next thing I got is this Ty Siegel EP with 6 tracks from 2017. He's a very prolific, you might know him. He's a part of a number of bands. I guess you'd call it psych, maybe garage-ish, a lot of fuzz guitar. It sort of ranges from more mellow stuff to things that are almost approaching heavy sounds. This particular release, all proceeds are donated to the American Civil Liberties Union for, I guess that's one of his interests. And one thing I do like about this is this interesting hype sticker here, because it looks like one of those nutritional labels you see on food, and it has food on it. And so it says 1 serving per container. Serving size is 1 disc or 255 grams. Well, this is not a 255 gram record. But the songs are given in terms of percent of total length. So the first song, "Big Man," is 15% of total length, rather than giving you a percentage of dietary intake for whatever, and rather than having song lengths, they're just percentage of it. There's the actual fried shallots, and this pink label, or purple, because it's a Drag City Purple label release. So 6 tracks, all good. I really enjoy it. He's sort of someone I don't think you can go wrong with, because I think everything he's done is pretty interesting, and I really think this is good. I can't remember what I paid for this or where I got it, but it was not new. I picked up used somewhere. I think it's pretty good. And the last thing that I will show you today is something that's still oddly sealed, and I picked this up not for 99 cents. I think back in the day this was being unloaded for 99 cents somewhere. This is from 1982, the debut record, "Rhythm of Youth" from Men Without Hats. And of course this is notable for, I guess the 2 tracks on here that you might know are "The Safety Dance" and "I Got the Message." And it's sealed, so I will have to open this at some point. Cut out, I guess it was a remainder cut out. Canadian band from Montreal. There's not much to say about this band. They're new wave-ish band. And again, kind of more like, I guess they were very popular on the AM radio here, top 40-ish, but kind of a fun Canadian band who endured for a few records. I don't have them all. I have a couple others, but I think that's a pretty interesting find. And I wish I had paid 99 cents for it, but I think this was only like $3 or $4 when I found it, so still a pretty good deal. Okay, that's it. Just a few things I picked up. I have a lot more that I haven't even talked about yet, so that'll happen at some point. But thanks once again for watching.